Welcome to Harriet Elizabeth Yoga's virtual studio. We're going to be doing yoga for the instinctual self, part 2, practicing it today. So I hope it helps you to connect with your inner knowing and your inner instinct. Interlace fingers, push them down and away, breathing in, hold, twist to your left, exhale fully. Inhale to center, lift up. Hold, twist to your right, exhale fully. Back to center, really reaching. Exhale, release, spreading the arms, spreading the fingertips, bringing the hands into prayer at the heart center. Inhaling, lift up tall through Sushumna, your central column, your spine. Hold, lift your root lock, belly lock, throat lock. Exhale, release, taking a little bow here. Let's begin. Coming into our first Kriya. Come to lie on your front. So the legs are nice and active. Push them away, push them down into the ground, including your pubic bones, almost like you're tucking the tailbone between the legs a little bit, flattening out the lower back. These arms are down by your sides, elbows are tucked in, forehead can come to the floor. You'll inhale and lift up into a little cobra. So try to use back muscles rather than pushing through the hands. You're going to exhale and come down. Inhaling, hands might pull back a little bit here to help. Keep the elbows by your side. We're going to be pushing up into a plank. I'm going to demonstrate a low plank where you keep your knees down. Engage your core and push the ground away from you. Come up. Exhale. Come down. Squeeze your root lock. Begin again. Inhale. Exhale. Plank. Release. Cobra. Plank. Keep going. Cobra. Plank. Cobra. Plank. Really building up your strength. I know it's not easy. Keep at it. We're in our last 15 seconds. Last plank. Come down. Squeeze your root lock. And release. Push back. Let's take a child's pose for a moment here. And rest. Heart rate is already raised. Let's breathe. You might use your hands to rest your head, or you might have the arms stretched out in front. Bring your way up, walking with your hands, coming up to kneeling, taking the legs out from under you. I'm going to do a little core strengthener here. We did this in Instinctual Self Part 1. Your forearms are on the floor behind you. If that's a bit too strong for your shoulders, feel free just to lie on your back if it's better than being on your forearms. We're trying to think about lowering down through the lower belly, almost rounding a little bit in the lower back to squeeze in, to keep the core engaged. And I'm going to do this variation where the knees are bent. We push them away a little and we bring them back in, inhaling forward, exhaling away. Keep trying to hold on to the belly. Core work is never particularly fun unless you're a psycho. So it's good to smile. Smiling through the discomfort, trying to keep control of the lower belly. You got this. We're almost halfway through already. We are over halfway through. For this last 15 seconds, if you want to try the other alternative, it was those legs up, legs down, trying to keep them together, trying to keep them strong. 10 seconds. I'm on this journey with you. Breathe in, lift up, squeeze root lock, let it go. Release onto the floor for a moment here. Let the knees swish side to side. Just releasing all tension from the back. Okay. It's energizing, got us started. Hug the knees in now. This is the next Kriya, okay? It's rock and rolling. Now you can hold the back of the thighs or you could hold the shins. You can lift your head up and squeeze into a little ball and you can rock and roll. This isn't for everyone. If it doesn't feel good for you, feel free to just take some circles on the floor. So rolling your spine around, giving it a massage. If you're feeling okay to rock and roll like this, then do. Try and use your core strength a little bit to keep you curled up into a ball. We're going to do 1 minute. Quite fun, really. If you feel all right doing it, if the mat you're on is squidgy, I think that's particularly important here. And I, fortunately, actually have a play mat here that I practice on, which is very soft because it has to account for any tumbles. Keep going because we are in our last 15 seconds. Three, two, one. Ooh. Come to lie on your back. Let's hold on to those knees. Let's take them out, in, and back towards us. Just as we regain our breath. Nice. And now the legs come in together. So we're going to be taking a shoulder stand or legs up the wall variation. So for instance, if you know you like doing shoulder stand, feel free now to come up to it. If you want to do a legs up variety, you see I've got the little sofa day bed here. You can put your legs up onto a bed or chair like that, or legs up the wall, let them rest. If you want to be a little bit more active there, get a block and place your legs under it. Tuck. If you're taking that position, you might want to be building up towards shoulder stand, so really tucking those shoulders under, bringing the knees in. You might feel you could actually keep bringing them in and lift off by supporting the hips, but I will let you decide here. I've already talked for a little bit, so we're going to do 1 minute, starting 5 seconds ago, okay? The option is here to try breath of fire with your legs lifted. How long have we got? We've got 25 seconds still of this minute. So if you want to give that a go, feel free. There we go. We've done that. Breathe in. Squeeze your root lock. Release. Bring the legs down just gradually, carefully, wherever you are. Take the block out from under you if you're using a support. You might want to rock the knees side to side, especially if you did take a shoulder stand. Just let the spine settle gradually. Take your time before rolling all the way over now into a kneeling position. Now, if kneeling isn't good for you, feel free to be cross-legged. You can also kneel and have a block or two underneath you or a cushion. I'm going to have one block under me for our global Kriya, which we did in part 1. So we're going to close with the same practice. Taking those arms up. It's a short, like slurp through the mouth. Lift your root lock, squeeze it. Exhale softly, releasing the lock and your breath. We'll do 30 seconds here. Close the eyes if you're comfortable too. Last one. Release. Guide the hands in to your heart center. Sitting up nice and tall. Let's breathe in together. And taking a little bow. Closing the practice. Namaste. Thank you for being here. I'll see you on the mat soon.